Ursula Myrie says a one-size-fits-all approach to mental health isn't working. As someone who's experienced multiple breakdowns due to abuse throughout her childhood, she's now speaking out at Sheffield's Black Mental Health Conference to address what she says is her culture's ultimate taboo.
We see it as madness in the black community. We don't acknowledge that it exists. We see it as a sign of weakness. So we would rather reach crisis point and have a complete mental breakdown, be sectioned, over-medicated, and will still say, I don't have mental health issues.
It's harder for members of the BME communities to access services because the white community don't see us. They don't hear us, they don't understand us. The reality is that when a black person is experiencing a mental health issue, he or she tends to hide that issue at home. They don't even go to their general practitioners.
In the last 2 months, 4 young black men in Sheffield have taken their own lives. Experts say young people within the community are discouraged from talking through complex issues like identity.
You see a lot of the gang culture, a lot of what people are doing to each other is because if you don't know who you are, you don't really know where you're going, then you feel lost. Then you have no sole purpose. A lot of people saying, I come from nothing. Nobody comes from nothing, but you're going to think you come from nothing if you don't know where you come from. And that can mean you act out in a certain way. People don't see that. People don't see the cause of the problem. They just see the problem.
When it comes to conversations around race, our stance can be a little bit defensive. Whereas I think it's really important that we start thinking if we want to change things, then we need to stop coming from a defensive stance and start thinking about how can we get involved.
We're not saying we know what's going to be the best approach for them. They need to tell us, and we will show in a non-judgmental way that we can do it, we can deliver.
This conference is the first of its kind in Sheffield, but more are planned to make sure that mental health care works for everyone. Victoria Whittam, ITV News.
And finally,